Rest in power, Gangsta Boo. Welcome to the LeadersLegend channel, where leaders come to refresh their successful mindset. Today I'm going to chat about the loss of fellow leader and Southern rap pioneer Gangsta Boo. I'm going to highlight how she was a leader, talk about her Meyer Briggs chart, enneagram, astrological sign, with details of her upcoming homegoing. So please stay until the end. Rest in Gangsta Boo's real name was Lola Mitchell, and she was born in the Whitehaven section of Memphis on August 7, 1979. She lived in a middle-class income until her parents divorced. What was the environment like coming up in Tennessee? A reporter asked. Boo says, "I'm from a middle-class family that kind of moved to the hood after my parents divorced. So I had the best of both worlds. It's just Memphis. It's ratchet." She joined local hip-hop group 3-6 Mafia, founded by DJ Paul, Juicy J, and Lord Infamous, at the age of 15 in 1994. The same year, Gangsta Boo released her first solo song with the group, Chifa Da Reefa. The track would set the tone for Memphis female MC, who later made her most popular hit, Where Them Dollars At, from her 1998 debut album, Inquiring Minds. Many of the clips in this video are from the Where Them Dollars At video, and she was only 18 at the time. Boo offered show-stealing verses practically every time she grabbed the mic, and this process helped pave the way for an entirely new generation of MCs, male and female alike. And although she only started rapping in her early teens, she helped shape the horrorcore inspired sound that became 3-6 Mafia's signature, which was really ahead of the time and shaped today's rap. Rapping horrorcore was definitely ahead of its time in the South. What is horrorcore? It's also called horror hip-hop, horror rap, death hip-hop, or death rap. The lyrics are based on realistic urban violence to the point where the violent lyrics become gruesome and unsettling, like a slasher movie. The lyrics include mental illness and drug abuse. Some horrorcore artists use subtle and dark psychological horror imagery and lyrics instead. Boo sometimes rapped harder lyrics than her male counterparts. Boo also exhibited effortless style and command of the group's triple cadence rhyming. It was her star-making turn on the remix of the group's controversial breakout single, Tear the Club Up, that plunged her into the spotlight. Her lyrics specifically were banned in venues across the South for inspiring riots. How could someone so beautiful like Gangsta Boo understand how to write horrorcore lyrics? Well, let's chat about Memphis. Memphis, while beautiful, full of culture, includes music and food, good health care. St. Jude Hospital is located there, and good weather. It still has a dark history. MLK was murdered there after all. Memphis has definitely struggled to reduce crime, and it's been ranked as the second most dangerous city in the United States several times in the past 2 decades. In the first half of 2006, robbery of businesses increased 50%, robbery of individuals increased 28%, and homicides increased 18% over that same 2005-2006 time period. A reporter asked, "When did you realize that women were treated differently in hip-hop than men?" Boo said, "Man, I realize that every day. It's an ongoing experience. Men are more chauvinistic than they even know. Really, I've had to go through certain things where I've had to push a up or two to get things done, whereas a man doesn't. He can just scratch his and shake hands with a CEO to get his deal signed." The reporter said, "That sounds like you can use as a weapon." Boo said, "You can." Reporter said, "How do you respond to men, from executive to artists, who come on to you?" Boo said, "Depends on who it is, but sometimes it's not about how they approach you physically. Sometimes there's a lot of mental abuse behind the scenes. I walk away from that. So if you don't see me around that, just know there's some mental abuse going on." The reporter asked, "How do you know how to identify that?" Boo replied, "I study psychology. I self-educate myself all the time. My ex-boyfriend was a sociopath, and he used to do a bunch of stuff that I wondered it was. Then I told a friend of mine, and she was like, Lola, he sounds like a sociopath. Once I researched it, it was so him. It was like his picture was next to the definition. I just started studying a bunch of stuff, learning about myself. The reporter said, I like that. Boo said, yeah, girl, I'm smart. A lot of people think rappers aren't smart. You'd be surprised. A lot of them are dumb, though. The reporter asked, was being crossed also an issue when you broke your ties with 3-6 Mafia? Boo replied, honestly, I was just really young and I was mismanaged. If I would have had a manager telling me to just chill out for a second, you're going through some emotions, I probably would have hung around. I don't know. It was so long ago. At the time where I did it, I just felt like I didn't want to stay. Yeah, that happened. I was just going through a lot. I was so young. I was like 21. And I was having all this money and all this fame and all these emotions and all these problems, and I had nobody. I had no consultant or anything. Every decision that was made was either Paul, Juicy, or me. So when I had to buck against them, I was the only one making certain decisions. I found myself in kind of a dark state. I was depressed and I wanted to pull myself closer to the light, if that's what people call it, and I did that. I started getting religious at the time, but now I'm more spiritual. Because I found out I don't want to be hella religious either, you know. There's a lot of stuff going on with that as well. But I got a better sense of who I was as a woman and as an adult, so it definitely helped out. And gangsta doesn't mean shoot 'em up, bang, bang, but it means getting unnecessary greatness, stimulating the abnormal. Gangsta Boo was one of my favorite artists, and studying her, I would say she was an ISTP and an enneagram 6. ISTP is the introversion, sensing, thinking perception, which means she was practical and loved understanding how things worked. She valued a sense of freedom and couldn't stand being controlled. An Enneagram 6 are reliable, hardworking, responsible, and trustworthy. They're excellent troubleshooters. They foresee problems and foster cooperation. They can be cautious and indecisive, but also reactive, defiant, and rebellious. At their best, they're internally stable and self-reliant, courageously championing themselves and others. So, Gangsta Boo is a Leo, and Leos are ruled by the sun. A Leo woman's personality is fierce, bold, charismatic, and confident, and tend to wear an imaginary crown on their head. Her optimistic and goal-oriented mindset makes her confident and daring. Well, that sounds like Boo, since she was definitely the queen of Memphis rap. Boo's influence is nearly impossible to avoid in today's rap culture. Whether you're listening to Lotto and Glorilla, superstars Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion, or rising Memphis rapper Duke Deuce, or newcomers like Ace Queasy. She created a road, a blueprint, said friend and collaborator Nick Hook. You dig, we got it like that. I'm in the Rover dressed to kill and on and popping like that. So why you hating like that? You gonna get caught up like that. I'm chilling heavy, understand me, baby, we rolling like that. So can you get it like that? Yo, is your pimping like that? Or is you copycatting the boo because you want it like that? You cannot get it like that. I'm in the Linux like that. I'm spinning cheese. Boy, please don't be corny like that. I'm drinking nightly like that. I'm trying to come up like that. I'm kind of on some, cause I'm like that. I took your man just like that because I'm like that. As Paul and Juicy Boy, I hypnotize them like that. I got celebs on my back. I got celebs looking. I got celebs on my beeper, but I ain't calling them back. I'm in the wind like that. I'm in the zone like that. I'm in Black Haven like that. I'm in North Memphis like that. What? Gangsta Boo died at her home in Memphis on January 1st, 2023, with speculations that it was an accidental drug overdose. Her life will not be dictated by her death. Homegoing services will be January 13th and January 14th. I believe you go on Eventbrite if you want to get a ticket to actually attend the funeral. If you got anything out of this, please like and subscribe. And thank you for listening to me as I share some tidbits about one of my favorite rappers who definitely is gone too soon. All right, bye-bye.